Good afternoon everyone, we're in Montreal at the moment and we've had a few very lazy days since we've been here. I think the past 2 weeks of walking about at least 15,000 steps a day has taken it out of us. So we've got some sore feet and are feeling pretty tired. So the last couple of days we've kind of spent them, well actually yesterday we did a lot of walking, but today we spent here mostly in a cafe so far, just catching up on some blog writing and some photo editing. So tomorrow's our last day in Montreal before we head back to Toronto, where we'll be doing some house sitting. We're going to be looking after a black Labrador called Chico, who we met a couple of weeks ago, and he's super nice and I'm really looking forward to having a little four-legged friend around. While we're in Toronto, we're also going to be on the hunt for a camper van RV type thing that we're hoping to live and travel in when we go into the States and sort of across to the west coast of Canada. So next week should be a really interesting week, so I think we've deserved these couple of days of rest here in Montreal. Right now we've come over to one of the islands sort of just off the main part of Montreal, where there is this big biosphere dome type thing which is just behind me, that sort of big metal circle, and that houses an environment museum. We're just going to stay here, explore this part of Montreal, and we'll see what else we get up to this evening.
I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way.
One problem with travelling in Canadian winter is that pretty much everything's closed. So normally here you'd have like a little ferry that takes you on a scenic route over the river back to the other side, sort of where all the main stuff is over there. But in the winter it's all completely closed and we're pretty much the only ones here, which is nice to have it to ourselves, I suppose. We've come to Marché Jean Talon. It's just north of the centre of Montreal and it's an absolutely huge market selling all sorts of fruits and vegetables. It's really nice that it's open even in the winter, as a few of the other markets we've been to in the other cities such as Quebec City, most of the stores were closed, whereas here everything seems to be open and they have some really good deals on strawberries and avocados, which are two of my favourite things. So I'm going to probably end up buying some of those for lunch or dinner later on today. Out of the fruit and veg part, and Tom spotted that there's another section, which is where we're walking to now, which must be where they sell kind of all the meats and the fish, so we're going to go check that part out as well.
I won't wait this time, no not now, not again, not much longer. Heavyweight words my mind all night. It's so hard not to ponder. Let's make it last forever, 'cause the night's still young.
We've made it up to the top of Montreal, which is a big hill mountain in the centre of Montreal. Our Uber got a little bit lost on the way, so it took us slightly longer than we thought it would. I was just reading a plaque over there that explains the name of both the city of Montreal and this hill, and basically it was the guy who discovered Canada, Jacques Cartier. He came up here in 1953 guided by some Indians, and he was so impressed with the view he saw behind me that he called it Mont Royal, as in the mountain Mont Royal, which is actually where Montreal got its name from. So if you say Montreal properly in the French way, it sounds more like Montreal.
Feel the pressure every time you're gone.